So hello, today we can discuss about the Python program to find the solution of an equation using bisection method. So bisection method we have discussed in the previous classes. So suppose we have an equation and this is the plot of that corresponding equation. For this the equation is say y is equal to f of x. For every value of x there will be a particular value for y. If you plot the function, so suppose we are getting it like this. Now if we give a value for x at this point, at a point this, it will give a positive value for this function. So if we give a value for x at this point, it will give a negative value for this function. So this is say x is equal to a, that can be called as the upper limit, and this is the value, you can call it as b, it's the lower limit, that will give a negative value for f of x. So we can be sure that if it is a continuous function, so there will be a particular value of x at which the function becomes 0. That value of the function is called the solution of this equation. To find the solution of this equation, first of all you put x is equal, you take x is equal to a, find a value a, that is an upper limit and a lower limit. Now you take the average of this, c is equal to a plus b by 2. Check f of c is equal to 0. If f of c is equal to 0, the average of these a and b is taken as c, and if that value when substituted the function gives 0 value, that means that is the solution of this function. Sometimes f of c may be positive. That means when you take c is equal to a plus b by 2, we will get a value less than this a value. So again this is positive, means that now the value of the function can be moved a little more closer to the solution. That means now we are putting the value of c into a. So that means we are shifting a from this to this point, moving to this point. And if f of c is negative, we will get a value of c that is higher than b, and it is more closer to the solution. So we can shift the value, we can assign the value of c to b, so it will be more closer to this solution. Again we are taking the average of a plus b by 2, and if f of c is equal to 0, if f of c is positive, we can replace with c with a with c, and then if f of c is negative, so we can give the value of c to b. So that became closer and closer to the solution of this equation. So finally we will get a value of c at which f of c is equal to 0. Okay. Now the algorithm define the function f of x, input the upper limit a, input the lower limit b. Check if f of a into f of b is greater than 0. If it is greater than 0, both upper limit and lower limit gives a positive value for the function. So there is, in between the two values, there is no solution. So we can print no root between a and b. If it is not, and exit the program. Otherwise, if f of a into f of b is less than 0, that is a negative number, compute c is equal to a plus b by 2. If f of c is equal to 0, then c itself will be the solution of this equation, and we can go to the step 9. That is step 9 means print the value of c. So that will be the solution of this equation. In most of the cases, c may not be the solution in the first trial, and sometimes if f of c is less than 0, replace b with c and go to step 5. What is step 5? Again compute c is equal to a plus b by 2 and check whether f of c is equal to 0. And if f of c is again less than 0, again replace that b with the c. Sometimes f of c may be greater than 0. In that case, replace a with c and go to step 5. That is compute c is equal to a plus b. And finally, at some point we get f of c is equal to 0. Then c is the solution of this equation. Then we can go to the print the value of c. So that is what we are That is the algorithm. So let us discuss the Python program. This is the Python program for bisection method. First of all, we have to define the function. Define f of x, return x cube plus 5x minus 5. So this is the function we have taken. You can change that function. You can give any function, value of the function. Now, a is equal to input, enter the value of upper limit a. So you can add the upper limit a. B input, enter the value of b. A is equal to float a, b is equal to float b. So you can give any value, integer or float value. Decimal values also you can give. That is why it is taken as float. A is equal to float a and b is equal to float b. How can you take the input the upper limit of a? Suppose you put x is equal to 1. So 1 cube plus 5 into 1. So 5 plus 1, 6 minus 5 is equal to plus 1. It's a positive value. You take x is equal to 0. 0 plus 0 minus 5. So when x is equal to 0, you will get a negative number. When x is equal to 1, you will get a positive number. So between x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 1, there is a solution to this equation. Now, that way we can give the value of upper limit and the lower limit. That depends on the function we are giving. Now if f of a into f of b is greater than 0, if f of a into f of b is greater than 0, print no root can be computed between the given limits. So both are above the solution. Both a and b you have taken above the solution. Now, or below the solution. Both f of a is negative and f of b is negative. That also, in that case also, it will be, the product will be greater than 0. Else, for I in range 100, c is equal to b plus a by 2. Take c is equal to b plus a by 2. So we are taking 100 iterations here. You can choose any number of iterations. C is equal to b plus a by 2. If f of c is equal to 0, then that c itself will be the solution of this equation. Print the solution is c. And you can check to what extent f of c, what is the value of f of c. We can cross check it. We can print f of c here, print bracket inverted comma f of c equal to f of c. It will print the value of f of c. So if you got the solution, you can exit the program. And if you are not getting the solution here, if f of c is not equal to 0, that means if f of c is equal to 0, elif. Otherwise, you can check f of a into f of c less than 0. Check whether it is, the product is greater than 0, less than 0. F of a is value you know, and if f of a into f of c is less than 0, f of a is positive, and this will be less than 0 only when f of c is negative. If it is, this condition is satisfied, you can replace b with c. B is equal to c. Assign the value of c to b. Else, if it is not less than 0, you assign the value of c to a. A is equal to c. Then continue this for loop. At some point, you will get the solution. So let us run the program. Enter the value of upper limit. Upper limit we have put 1. Then lower limit 0. The solution of this equation is 0.8688 etc. And f of c is equal to 0. When you substitute this value in the function, you will get c0. So that is the solution of this equation. Okay. And this is the Python program for bisection method.